Hello guys. So today we will see using the loops and objects into the Swift language. So loops are nothing but it's a iterations. Uh, it gives us an option to access the large number of values which are available into the Swift array or Swift dictionary variables which we are using for storing the temporary values. So we can get access to the large number of values. We can find out any index number value, specific value if we need to perform any actions on that. So this is how we can use the loops. And for any classes, if we are creating any special functions or any reusable functions or methods which can be get can be used into the applications, for the classes we'll have to create the objects so we can be able to access that inner functions available into the class. So we'll see practically how this can be useful in a real-time application. So let's go to the project. So here we can see that we already created two classes here. Now creating a class is a very simple process. Let's delete this class so we can create a new class here. Right click here. We need to create in a group. So on that group we need to click the right click, new file. So here we can choose the Cocoa Touch class, or in fact we are just giving an empty Swift file, so we can later on we can add the syntaxes as well from. Now we need to define the class name. So we have declared the empty Swift file here. We need to convert it into the class file. So how we can do that? Class name we need to give uh, as per the file name. We are giving the class name. We don't need the super class right now, so we are not declaring the super class. We are not going to inherit anything into that. It's a simple class file. So this is how we can create our class. Now any functions or the methods we need to create, we can create into the body part right now. Okay, so we already have a one class created here, and as you can see, there is one restricted array I have created. Now what is the benefit of restricted arrays? uh, it will also low down the what we can say compilation time as well. How? Because it already knows that we are going to pass the string values only or integer values only, so it will reduce the time of the compilation. So later on videos we will see how we can use the complex array structures where we are there can be a dictionary type stored, there can be integers type stored, or there can be any type of storage available into the arrays. There will be mixed data types can be stored into the array as well. So we will see in later videos. Right now we can see that we have created a restricted data type array in which there can be only string values available. So this is how we can create the class. Now we need to access this array into our first page. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to create a class object. So let's go to the first page. Here we can see we have not imported a sample class here, so Swift is not required to any class imported into the function. We can directly start using that class into the this page as well, and that is not required to declare the function unless and until if any predefined functions available like UI kit, foundation, this kind of inbuilt frameworks only requires to get imported. Other than that, if we are declaring any classes and any controllers that are not required to declare anymore, like an object you see. So that is the major advantage of Swift language. So what we are doing is we have created object for the sample class we have created. So now we can be able to use the properties which are available into the sample class. So how we can use the sample class property? So S class is the object. Through that object we are directly accessing the weak array here. Now the role comes into the for loop. How we can use the for loop? So what we have done, we have created a simple for loop here, for and then a variable name in s class dot weak array. So what it will do is it will fetch one by one values available into the weak array, and it will pass on to the seed a. That is the variable we have defined here in directly into the loop statement only. So what it will do is first it will go for the first, that is starts from array starts from the zero index. So it will go to the zero index. It will see what are the value available into the zero index. So directly it will pass that value into the seed a, and we are directly passing this value into the print statement. So one by one it will start printing the values, as we can see here list. So we can see it's passing the values. So directly if you need to print the array, full array, then also we can do that. But loop structure we are using mainly for listing out the values, large collection of values into the table view or collection view. We are using the loop statements. Other than that, if we are need to we are finding any specific variable stored into the array, for making the conditional statements, we are using the loop structures to identify some special values available into the loops, or arrays or dictionaries we are storing temporary. So this is how we can use the loop, and this is how we can create a class, and we can access the properties of the class using the creating the object of that class. So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you.